Comics Plus, what's going on? My name is Akasan.
What's up, Super Cruise? DC Son.
Goku Black versus the Reverse Flash.
What?
Say that 3 times.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, you didn't see that coming. So, are you familiar with Goku Black at all? Okay.
It's the reason why I'm like,
this will be interesting. The essentially the best explanation
the
I
ultimate
get
version of him.
No. It's not a Goku from our world, or the canon world. It's a Goku from another universe, fused with another, like one of the, Supreme Kai?
Yeah.
That one of his type of people fused together and super... No. It's actually, believe me when I tell you, it works really well, actually.
So this is like created?
No. This is canon.
So this is canon, but it's almost like saying a multiverse version of Goku. So like he exists on another universe.
I'm sorry. Now that I'm a little incorrect on that. It's not a multiverse. It's an alternate timeline instead. So
it's like if he had chosen something else, this is what would
right.
happen.
So I think what happens is a future Trunks from an alternate timeline comes back. And he's like, yo, the future's still fucked. I need your help again, like that. And then they run into
Does
Goku.
Gohan survive?
I don't even remember, but they're gonna explain it to us. And of course, Reverse Flash. So here we go.
Which is playing into that time.
Yeah.
And to celebrate, they want to give you a gift. No, 10 gifts. The Speedster fanboy.
Oh.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
But I'd say the sincerest form of flattery is not trying to kill your superhero husbando. He's whiz high.
Could you try to shift to the side a little bit?
It's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills
to
find out who would win a death battle.
Let's go!
I'm
What
so confused
consumes
right
the
now.
thoughts of a god? What do immortals dream of with all the time in the world? In Zamasu's case,
Zamasu.
one goal was divine justice.
Yeah, this guy's got major Final Fantasy big bad energy all over him.
As the assistant to Universe 10 Supreme Kai, Zamasu
He kind of reminds me of Android.
I can see that.
Cosmic order and natural.
I like him though, honestly.
Did you know I can burp and fart at the same time? Here, let me try.
Unsurprisingly, Zamasu despised the inherently chaotic nature of mortals, being
Correct.
seemingly unwilling to lift themselves.
I agree,
out of
Clover.
the cycle
Definitely
of
the best
rage
arc.
and Stupidity, like some people I know.
Yeah, I know those people too. His heart was clouded until the day he met Son Goku.
With God Ki, Goku could match blows with the god of destruction, Beerus. Their clash nearly destroyed the entirety of Universe 7, a cosmological structure at least 9 times larger than our own universe. At most,
Damn.
it could even be as large as 13 times greater than ours. Side note, it's worth mentioning that when 2 gods of destruction fought, they were capable of casually destroying 2 of these universes.
And since the shockwaves
How was that reaction?
traveled across
The door from outside, I felt it.
have to be hitting way
Scared the shit out of me.
faster than light.
Goku was tapping into his Super Saiyan God form for this, though clearly not at its full strength. While the exact multiplier for Super Saiyan Blue is unknown,
Yes!
Toriyama himself
Yes!
directly compared it to
Gozaimasu.
the original Super Saiyan form.
Yay!
Don't forget, Goku trained with Whis and fought in the tournament with Universe 6 before Zamasu caught up with him. So by that time, he was way stronger.
Here was a mortal with the powers of gods beyond even Zamasu's abilities. Someone who could bring his dreams to fruition.
Here's a question I hear a lot. Goku getting the powers of gods, would that not make him immortal? No.
Because Immortal, I believe, is living forever.
Goku
Yeah, I know it.
Right, but no.
Wait a second.
Goku Black, you couldn't be more creative.
No, you might be wondering, why didn't he just wish all the mortals dead? But that wouldn't be as fun, would it? Black's got all of Goku's strength and powers, but wielded by a genocidal maniac instead of that lovable goober
So he
of a monkey
fused,
man.
And
basically.
in keeping with Goku's Saiyan heritage and godly ki, Black can easily achieve the form of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
But
Wow.
with a champagneful twist.
Super Saiyan
That
Rose.
one.
Yes.
Rose-
I've actually seen pictures of
What
him.
is he, a
Yeah.
suburban wine mom?
And
Watch out before
it's because he ends up with
Super
like
Saiyan
silverish color hair or something like that.
He stole Goku's
'Cause-
techniques too, like the instant transmission, where
Yeah.
he focuses on a person's key signature to teleport to their location. He's even got the black Kamehameha, which is
Because he
a
looks like he's
Kamehameha,
from,
but
what was it?
pink.
Dragon
And
Ball
with the Saiyan body,
GT?
he gets stronger and
Yeah.
stronger every time he almost dies. He just becomes harder and harder to kill.
Which really sucks for the rest of the universe, because Black is kind of like if Goku just
I feel like I've seen those two fight somewhere
powers
before.
to their full murderous potential.
Like the God Split cut, where he surrounds his hands with a keyblade to slice you to ribbons.
What?
He used this very technique to, kill Goku's family.
What?
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
huge curved one called the Azure Dragon Sword, which, along with his Kamehameha, confirms my suspicions that Goku is colorblind.
Actually, Black's Azure Dragon Sword is named after a legendary weapon wielded by one of Earth's greatest.
Not Blow, what's up?
The desert
Yajirobe?
Yamcha.
Oh, yeah.
What? And he can make a scythe and slice open space-time itself to create a bunch of shadow clones. Black, not Crater Boy over here, but his most
I've seen-
dastardly
damn
weapon
it.
isn't a key tech.
I've seen this.
It's
Okay.
the
Or
time he
parts
got
of
from
it.
his dead master.
This ring allowed Black to travel through time. He even escaped into Future Trunks' alternate timeline, where he had free reign over the entire universe.
And let him team up with his best bud. Too bad
This is so
Goku
weird.
and company
Right.
showed up to spoil the fun. But wait, isn't Zamasu in Goku's body?
Yeah.
How are there two Gokus? There's only one Goku in the multiverse, right? But Goku met Black before he met Zamasu, which
I'm with
means
him.
Black existed before Zamasu came up with the idea, and then they killed Zamasu before he could do it anyway. But Goku Black was still around. What the hell is going on?
Sure, it's a classic grandfather's paradox.
Yeah.
The thing is, Black's time ring prevents him from being affected by
Right,
alterations to
right.
his own personal timeline.
Ah,
so killing
okay.
him in the past
Hence
never
the
changes
infinity
future and
cross
vice
across
versa.
it. All right.
He's almost impossible to kill because even if you do it at one point in time,
He still exists
at
somewhere
another
else.
point in time. And another.
Sounds really familiar, like a certain speedster. we
Sounds
know.
like Reverse Flash, but there's no way Reverse Flash can
Like Goku, Vegeta, and
keep up
Trunks.
with him.
Hell, even Vegito couldn't beat him. He even merged with the universe to become one with everything. Like I
What?
said, major Final Fantasy villain vibes here.
It took Zeno, the Omni,
Yes,
the most powerful
yes,
being
yes.
in all of creation, to step in and erase that entire timeline just to stop Black's rampage.
But he technically still exists somewhere else in a different timeline.
Calling was the eradication of all mortal life in the universe, and he stole the strongest mortal's body to do it. But in the end, he was always doomed to fail.
Right.
His quest for power meant nothing against a being that would always be stronger, no matter what he did or who he was.
Right.
And the universe ended up being destroyed anyway. It's like one
Damn.
big cosmic joke with no one left to laugh.
You've been running around making messes for too long, and now I'm going to choke the life from you. I can't wait to watch you die.
His voice sounds funky. Yeah, he needs to be off.
What?
He needed to die. He killed Goku's family.
Yeah, man.
From that point on, he's done.
It was a really good arc. I think it was like the peak of the super arc.
I
actually.
honestly
Yeah.
don't remember where I saw that. I haven't seen episodes, but I've seen clips of, I guess, as part of that fight scene, and just assumed it was fan made because of how he looked.
Right.
And I'm like,
No.
who the hell is that?
But see, also the other bigger problem is, especially out here, we
Hmm.
have the Dragon Ball card games and the multiverse type of stuff. So
Yeah.
every time you go to the convenience store,
There's a different.
there's a whole different statue of like
Yeah.
Vegeta Pink or Zamasu or whatever,
Yeah.
and you're like, what
Blue,
the hell
pink, all
is this?
Oh,
Like,
excuse me, rose.
Yeah. So it gets really out of you can get really confused really quickly. So
Oh, I was with the dude on the left,
Yep.
confused as I was like,
but
what?
it was I don't remember all the details, but I do remember I fairly enjoyed that arc because it wasn't as simple as just like, okay, a strong dude is coming, we need to train up to beat this
oh,
dude,
you mean the
know?
usual
Dragon Ball
dragon
story,
trope?
Yeah. All right, let's see what
that was interesting.
our boy Eobard is up to.
Is one of the greatest heroes in history, an inspiration to many across time and space. And there's no better
Set this
than
nigga here!
number one fan from
Yeah.
the 25th century.
He's a simp.
Eobard
Oh God, look at him.
We've tackled a lot of stupid names for things in our years
Yeah.
of Death Battle.
I'm
But
with them. It's
confident
like,
that
that's the name you
Eobard
came up
is
with him?
the dumbest f***ing first name I've ever heard in my life. Eobard was completely obsessed with the Flash and dedicated his whole life to studying the Speed Force like a total nerd. Good luck to him, because there's no way he's figuring that shit out.
But Thawne irrevocably changed the day he discovered a time capsule from the 21st century. By some strange coincidence, it just so happened to contain Barry's costume. By experimenting on it, Thawne managed to replicate the Flash's powers, turning himself into a mirror of his own.
And you can bet he totally crapped himself when Barry Senpai showed up in the future and took him under his wing. It was a dream come true.
Until Barry realized
Thinking
that
his
Thawne
name
had
is an anagram.
committed crimes in order to show up
In
and
some form.
save the day. Disgraced, Thawne promised to better himself.
Oh, wow.
Traveling to the past to prove his worth to his hero.
Oh, wow.
To prove that their bond was special.
That's when
Yeah,
Thawne
'cause
found
he's
out
creepy.
that Barry already had a best friend, and a family, and a life. Without him, he didn't matter. He wasn't special. He was just a nobody Barry tossed out in the trash and forgot about.
Wow.
Like my
Is this
dad
Rebirth?
used to
Yeah,
me.
that's pretty much what happened in both Rebirth and
Wow.
original.
Secret identity to Flash's greatest enemy that in his future had been lost to time. The one Barry was fated to kill in battle. Eobard Thawne.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh, ain't that a bitch? Mad. If he couldn't be Flash's best friend, he'd be his greatest
His
enemy.
enemy,
Yeah.
I guess also ensure
And
his own
it's the
death.
the trope of, you know, don't meet your heroes kind of thing.
Revenge in reverse. He'd become the Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash.
Really? You really gotta use this?
Yeah,
What?
they did that. They went there.
From the negative Speed Force, which
Alright.
he generates with every step he takes, just like Barry does with the regular Speed Force. The negative Speed Force gives Thawne access to many of the Flash's powers, including his mind-bending super speed, enough to travel all across time and space in days. He can keep up with and surpass other speedsters like Barry and Wally.
Who once
Yeah.
ran fast enough to cross the universe faster than two gods who could teleport. Wally even beat himself in a race, and Barry admitted Thawne was still faster than that. Wait just a second, he beat himself? That doesn't even make sense.
But
Yeah.
unlike Barry and Wally, Thawne applies his powers more catastrophically, using them to their full potential without any care for collateral. Take, for instance, his ability to vibrate himself through solid objects.
Objects like, say, vital organs. And if he did, he'd scramble their molecules, causing instant death. Thawne did just that to Barry's wife, Iris, and Barry did not appreciate it.
Thawne's vibrations are so powerful, he can even produce a counterforce that can reverse the destruction of the entire universe.
Pretty crazy sounding.
What?
But even B-tier
Yeah,
speedsters like Jenny Ogden
they said
could do
that,
the
but-
same kind of thing. And when Barry and Wally raced each other, they were tearing up the entire multiverse.
Thawne can create shockwaves with a snap, phase into your body, and possess you, and even speak at such high speeds that you'll hear his words as though they were your own thoughts. And instead of stealing your speed like other Flashes,
Yeah, things that they don't do in the show.
time.
Yeah, Thawne can yoink decades from your life and age you 80
Oh, yeah.
years in just a few
Because
seconds.
remember when
Jesus
Crisis
Christ.
Crisis on Two Earths?
Thawne's greatest
That's
ability
basically what happens to
Right.
do in the treadmill, but he actually does that as his
and
power.
uses this
But you don't see it
expertise
so
to be
often.
as petty and cruel as humanly possible.
Thawne wasn't a dummy. He knew that if he went back in time to kill Barry before he got his powers, he'd erase himself from the time stream too. So instead, he'd just make Barry's life suck as hard as he could. Push him down some stairs, retcon his best friend from history, kill his mom. He even told Barry he'd go back in time and adopt him as his own son. Dude, what the fuck?
That's another
Yeah,
big
that's
difference
creepy.
between Thawne and Barry. Whereas Barry only went back in time to save his mother's life, Thawne often went back in time to try to fix his own mediocre life. He
Yeah.
killed his more successful younger brother. his
Wow.
Flash Museum, and every single boyfriend his crush had until there was no one left but him.
And when she still rejected him, he went back in time again and made her an invalid for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! This guy's a monster. But
Like,
wait, Wiz, that
don't get me wrong, that Dragon Ball one is pretty
paradox
deep,
or
but
whatever. If he
that's
went
messed
back in
up.
time to
Wow.
kill someone, they'd be dead in the future, which means
Which means he'd never know them and want to go back in time in the first place, right?
Wiz, maybe time is a construct with no legitimate.
All right, Dr. Manhattan.
Understand the incomprehensible world around
Right.
him.
Well, actually, Thawne was just inside the time stream when Barry initiated Flashpoint, which rewrote the universe while Thawne was technically disconnected from it.
Right.
So Thawne essentially
Doesn't
broke,
exist in it.
literally,
Yeah.
figuratively, mentally, physically,
Holy shit.
temporally.
Wow.
Or maybe he just hated Barry.
That's
so
what I'm
much
saying,
as
Clover.
The laws of time itself. Whoa.
More specifically, he became a living paradox, a being without a past or
Okay,
future,
okay.
literally without continuity. Not only did this mean he'd be unaffected by changes to his past, it made him effectively immortal.
Stabbed in the chest by evil Batman, vaporized by Iris in some sweet, sweet payback, or getting Dr. Manhattan by the big blue god dong himself, Thawne was always reborn, unable to stay dead.
But more than anything, it made him immune from consequences.
Unlike Barry, whose changes in time could destroy all of reality, Thawne could do whatever he wanted. He was impossible to stop with no reason to hold back.
He survived a hit from Barry while he had the entire Speed Force absorbed into him, and even Wally's infinite mass punch, which has the mass of a white dwarf star. A white dwarf is essentially the remains of a star's ultra-dense core, which has a mass of over 2 octillion tons.
And he took one of those to the noggin and just took a nap. Man, he must really hate Barry if a sun to the face can't take him down.
But he doesn't hate Barry. All of his schemes, all of his machinations, all of his insane timeline-shattering threats, all of it was because it was the only way he could think of to spend time with his hero.
That's really sad.
His costume says it all. He never intended to be the Reverse Flash. He wanted to be the Kid Flash. All Thawne ever really desired was to be by Barry's side.
Jesus.
In the end, though, goody little
Creepy.
Shoes Barry forgave him and then vibrated away his living paradox powers, erasing him from existence.
Though not entirely. Barry didn't kill
I forgive you. Okay, peace out.
He set his timeline, removing the one thing driving his hatred, his relationship with
Barry.
Without that, Thawne was a normal, happy Flash fan once again.
Wow.
And
That's
when he
deep.
does, there'll be no running. He'll always be faster. He'll always catch you. And time is always on his side.
Still think you can take me? Even death can't catch me.
What's up, MC?
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, let me
what's
tell
up,
you how to reverse
MC?
things in the bedroom in a flash with Blue Chew.
So this is basically who would win in a fight between the two of them?
Have you never seen a death battle before?
We've seen death battles,
Right.
but never like this.
That's why Blue Chew
I don't remember these in-depth conversations in animated form. Before it used to be like, okay, you got this person, here's their stats. You got this person, here's their stats, and they would just have them fight it out, kind of thing. This is my first time to see it done in this format, and this is kind of interesting.
Oh, you're talking about how the animated guys are talking to each other? Yeah, they've upped it.
So I like that.
Ago. Yeah.
But I'm like Goku
yeah.
Black.
Goku Black? Really? I'm going with Reverse Flash.
He erases an entire universe.
Okay.
Well, if you erase a universe, well, Reverse Flash doesn't have anywhere to exist.
Fair enough.
Now, if it was on a different level, I'd definitely say Reverse Flash, because existing outside of pretty much everything gives him a chance to do whatever he wants to.
Yeah.
Like they said, without consequences. Like, all right, that's kind of interesting. But it's like, how does that compare to erasing, like, an entire universe? You erase an entire universe, then where do you exist? Because then you're just dying and being reborn over and over, floating through space.
Because isn't Reverse Flash a paradox in himself? He exists outside of the timeline and a universe. So
he does, but that's what I mean. It's like, okay, if he doesn't have anywhere to exist,
right, but then
he's just
Goku Black needs somewhere, or Goku Black needs somewhere to exist as well.
But Goku Black could go to different universes.
And wouldn't the Reverse Flash follow them? Ideally.
I mean, he could follow, but if he keeps erasing universes, what's he gonna do? He doesn't have anywhere to exist. You know. I'm gonna
go with Reverse Flash only because in typical
story wise, I like Reverse Flash's story better.
Typically in
it's
DC
deeper
form,
for me.
in DC form, I mean, he's just super overpowered. Like,
he's crazy powerful.
And on top of that, Eobard, he's not dumb either. You know?
No, he's quite intelligent,
so he can think through this. Like it's like, look, Goku Black is powerful, but he's not omnipotent. Like
he's not omnipotent. No, he's
where the Reverse Flash has gone up against these powerful beings and have either outsmarted them or outrun them. So, you know, I'm gonna go with Reverse Flash. You're going with Goku Black. Funny.
Well, I like Reverse Flash's story. If I'm looking at it from a story point of view, definitely Reverse
I'm just
Flash.
going through abilities, like just pure abilities. Like we've seen enough. I've seen a lot hands-on of what Reverse Flash can do and what Eobard has done, and the fact that he keeps coming back, and he's vengeful on top of that, and he's very smart about it. Whereas Goku Black.
He's just like, I just want more power.
Right. All right.
He's
wants balance.
He's like Dragon Ball's version of Thanos.
There you go. All right. Well, I'm gonna go. Right.
In that case, then no.
No, you're going with Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
That's boring.
Okay.
I just want power.
All right.
Whatever.
Let's go. Well, no. Goku Black wants balance.
Yeah, but you
can't
have balance if you're just absorbing nothing but power.
Fair enough.
There's no balance.
Okay. Well, let's. So you're what?
Reverse.
Reverse Flash now.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
No, I'm giving it more thought.
It was me.
What the hell?
Oh boy. Let's go.
So they're playing on Nintendo.
Sinners, prepare for divine justice.
That's just messed up, man. That's just wrong.
While he sips the coffee.
Oops.
Excuse me, sir. I'm in need of your services.
Oh! That is so wrong. I like how this is done almost like the old Street Fighter games.
Okay.
Nice.
Not beautiful.
Is it not beautiful?
What the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah. Reverse is definitely winning this. Because Black is just manhandling him into the first half.
Yeah.
As such.
I'll end this fight before it even began.
Nice. I like who's doing his voice.
Nice.
Magnificent.
Oh shit.
Mortal sinners.
He's there.
Oh!
Yeah.
What? What?
Because
now what?
They're a paradox.
You think it's gonna be just a constant loop? It's a. Will it be the first ever draw? Looks like a vagina, by the way, but yeah. All right. Will it be?
So is he drinking Ice Wallow?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a constant loop.
It's just gonna be a constant like. What?
Dude, just the deaths themselves.
I'm feeling
is just funny.
I'm feeling it. This is hella funny, dude.
What's with? Oh, damn,
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver. That's messed up.
That was just personal.
Well, I mean, he is slow compared to him. But why bring him in? Oh, this is so messed up.
How truly foolish.
Took his ring.
What did I say? Yep. Yep. Woo!
And he said peace. Oh!
But it still blew up the fucking planet. KO!
Okay. But you know what he did? He did the one thing that I always say characters should do. Oh, well, this person go, wait, no, just throw him in the sun.
Right, there you go.
Dude, that was messed up.
Alright, let's see what their explanation is, though. The science behind it, yeah.
There was a lot more to cover than just how many stars or universes they could blow up. At their peak, both Goku Black and Reverse Flash were so impressive they were removed from time itself, becoming living paradoxes, making any attempt to kill either of them meaningless.
stupid time travel.
It's difficult to determine who would figure out a counter to this
Right.
temporal invincibility first, but it would most likely rely on a combination of speed and smarts.
As far as
Which
speed
Eobard
goes,
has, yeah.
Thawne definitely had the
This
edge.
dude is the
Black
time
and
traveler.
Red reach
Right.
speeds quintillions of times faster than light, but Thawne is a Flash.
Even early
Exactly, Clover. You're right.
The Flash family, Wally West could reach speeds that were impossible to comprehend and
Hmm.
calculate. There are numerous examples of this for multiple
Yeah, it was
versions
great.
of the Flash, many of whom Thawne was clearly equal to.
Plus, he's kind of an expert when it comes to timey-wimey bullshit.
And he could likely overpower Black and
Yep.
destroy said time ring too.
I like how he did
Thawne once
the
generated
Batman
enough energy to
on
him,
counter the
like
destruction
Batman did to
of
Green
the
Lantern.
entire DC
You weren't
universe,
concentrating.
which is stated in comics to be at least 100 trillion light years in diameter. That's over 1 billion times larger than our own universe, and over 70 million times larger than Dragon Ball's Universe 7.
It's sort of impossible to lock down the exact limits of Goku Black's upper strength without getting into lots of assumptions and guesswork. He's obviously stronger than Goku was when he clashed with Beerus, but even being super generous with training and power boosts and multipliers, the gap here is way too wide
Yeah.
to be able to just
Yeah.
assume Goku Black could match this level of power. The DC universe is just too big.
That's what I said.
Barry and
Yeah.
Wally's race almost ripped
Nice.
apart the entire DC.
Like, DC is just on a whole nother level.
That Goku Black is not Goku. Goku's
Right.
drive and willpower can push through even the most absurd limits to potentially
Yep.
match higher
Right.
levels of power.
Right.
Zamasu took Goku's
He's
body
good, yeah.
because he's more than willing to take shortcuts.
Right.
It's an entirely different mindset.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and once he took care of that time ring, Reverse Flash had a lot more options than just over.
That face.
Super speed, he could pretty easily
Oops, I'm sorry.
travel
Did you
like
need
Just,
this?
I just realized he middle fingered him.
Zamasu may have been a deity even without the time ring, but Goku's body is mortal with a limited range of age.
Yeah.
Might have really screwed yourself with that one, huh, Zam Zam?
Goku Black was a
That was so
nightmare
messed
foe,
up.
But Thawne's experience with time travel, ridiculous levels of hacks, and
Hmm.
frankly impossible speed gave him the means to take the win.
This fight was definitely not sunderwhelming.
The winner is the Reverse Flash.
Really?
That was good. No, that was
good.
one of the best ones I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Death Battle.
What's next?
Something else to watch? Season 2 of
Let's go.
Laugh is available right now on
Dude, I really like that.
about contestants trying to make each other laugh, but
Let's see what the next fight is going to be, though.
you're out.
Let's
The
go.
Hulk versus
Right
Broly?
now by clicking the video on the side.
Who we got? Kool-Aid Man versus Macho Man?
What?
Cute.
That's
Episode
adorable.
150. Cute.
You know what
That's
that
cool.
is?
That's cool.
That's the last episode of
Oh,
What If.
yeah.
Hey
Okay.
guys, before we get started, I
Yeah,
wanted to
cool.
tell
Yeah.
you about 20.
No, that was good. That was
the
good.
last episode of What If to, make it lighter.
Nah, that was
Because what
cool.
we saw was brutal.
Yeah, yo, that was great. The thing I liked the most
I
about
really
that,
enjoyed that.
I like the fact that they kind of gave us false outcomes or false, you know what I'm trying to say. Basically, like, we thought it was over. The moment you see
they
blood,
tricked you, yeah.
the moment you see a body explode, you're just expecting them to be like KO, but nope.
But it kept going.
I
I
loved
like
it. I
that
loved
they
that,
really
yeah.
played into the fact. Well, yeah, because they're outside of time and things, they're just
It's a time
going in
loop,
a
yeah.
loop.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
how they explained it, and it was like I'm thinking about as they're fighting. I'm like, well, this will just be like an infinite battle because
Yeah.
he's got that ring.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that, and it's like as I'm coming to the end of that thought,
Yeah.
took the ring. I was
Yeah.
like, perfect, perfect. Yeah, that
I
was
called
good.
it I called it in the beginning. I was like, well, as long as he removes the ring, like Zamasu or Goku Black can be eliminated from a timeline. Eobard Thawne really can't.
Yeah, I mean, he could, but he'll just be reborn anyway because
Exactly.
he exists outside of it.
So, I'm with it, man.
And
That was
just,
cool.
Just the way the characters were created story-wise, and this has nothing to do with, it being an anime or DC or whatever. I could care less about that. Just story-wise, I like the way that Eobard's story was told and developed over time.
I agree. I agree.
It was weird and deep, but the other one, I'm like, what?
I don't know if it's anything that they've ever brought up, but it's really apparent that the DC, generally speaking, most of the DC characters will always win. No matter who they're fighting, they're always going to win. Last one didn't work out exactly to the...
What was it, Booster Gold?
No, it was somebody else. Like, you can watch it. It was actually pretty interesting to see, but I kind of knew what the result of that was going to be, but the most famous one was obviously Superman versus Goku, And, you know, it was just obvious that, dude, Superman is just on a whole nother level.
That's one of those where it's like, just throw him in the sun.
But I honestly would love, love for them. It's probably, if they ever do it again, Goku versus Batman? Goku versus Superman, round 3, you're gonna get the same result. It's just there's when it comes to the DC characters, there's just nothing more you can do. Now,
Broly versus Darkseid.
What?
Broly versus Darkseid.
Darkseid still wins. Like Broly is not strong enough to fight the the Omega beams. Like what the fuck he's gonna do? Be like, reverse it! Like what? Like, no, dude, come on now. No. Anyways, guys. All right. Well, Red Red Nation, stand up, speak up. Let us know what you guys thought about all of that. How are you feeling about that?
And I thought it was cool.
I thought it was cool.
And it's for not seeing it in years. That was a nice way to come back. Yeah, I actually
really came up. Yeah.
See more of your stuff. Thanks, man.
All right. We'll talk to you on the next one, guys. Peace.